The Iron Survivor Challenge match for the men and women of NXT land. At the 25-minute call, the men and women with the most falls will win this grand old match. It's King of the Mountain and the Scramble. Whoever takes a fall goes to the penalty box to call. For 90 seconds, they must be in pure hell on earth. Shawn Michaels is keeping one eye on each of these matches. Can't even see straight, not since 2004. What is this intro? I don't even fucking know. Let's get to the rest of the show. It's the Iron Survivor Challenge. I'm John Retton with my review, WWE NXT Deadline 2022. Boy, that was a goddamn weird intro, wasn't it? Let me know your thoughts on this show in the comments, please. The Iron Survivor Challenge match. It's for the men, for the women, and okay, I'm going to be honest. There were some moments on the show that I actually enjoyed. There was one particular match that just made me wonder what the hell's going on, but whew, there were some good moments on this show. And then there were some bad ones. So, nevertheless, the pre-show. Mackenzie Mitchell. I don't know why Mackenzie Mitchell was dressed like she was wanting to be part of a 16 Candles remake. Everyone should light 16 candles to honor John Hughes. Oh, this review is going well. Denise Salcedo and Sam Roberts. Look, Sam Roberts is a fucking nuisance. Why is Sam Roberts here? Why? Why is he here? Why are him and Rosenberg there? Why? Why do they need to be there? Kelly Kincaid. She's bubbly. She's fun. So, Roxanne's number 1. Grandma Stark is number 2. And I'm just going to say this much about Zoe Stark. She remembers when blacksmiths just discovered when and how they could use iron to smelt. They smelt who dealt it. Oh no, they smelt who dealt it. And man, that's a really goddamn weird reference. So, Jensen badly flirts with Kiana James. He handled it better than I would have if I was in his situation. I have seen this movie before, by the way. J.D. McTuna looks through an anatomy book looking for ways on how to hurt peepholes, I think is what he said. The guy's got a huge head. I mean, seriously, I'm amazed he can get it through customs. So, opening package. And then we go, here are the Iron Survivor Challenge rules. 25-minute time limit. 5-minute intervals. 2 people start out and then, 5-minute intervals. Basically, with 15 minutes left, then it's just a scramble for everything. It's King of the Mountain and the Scramble match from Unforgiven 2008. 1 point for a pinfall, submission, or DQ. Whoever takes fall spends 90 seconds in the penalty box. Look, the King of the Mountain match at its best was okay, and now it just... yeah, it's never been done before in WWE. There's a reason why, because it gets convoluted and weird. Now, I will say this. They included graphics, a Chiron down there with the point totals, and a darkened name when they were in the penalty box. It's Roxanne Perez, Grandma Zoe Stark. Man, when she was in school, they didn't have history. I mean, honestly, Stark and Roxanne started out, and there was some great wrestling. I mean, and Zoe Stark really is very, adept at understanding technical wrestling. She was there for Stu Hart's debut match. I mean, that's just how long she's been at this. Hell, she was around when Mildred Burke was around. I mean, Mildred Burke taught her a lot. Anyway, enough age jokes. They start out and they do some stuff, and I'm just going to say right now, the Booker T's commentary is absolutely abysmal. One of easily the worst thing going on NXT television. I thought Michael Cole was annoying on commentary. I don't understand what the hell Booker's saying. Booker doesn't understand what the hell Booker's saying. Nobody in another universe understands what the hell Booker is saying. He was happy for Roxanne because Roxanne is a student of his. So they start out, they do some good stuff. God damn it, Booker T is shit on commentary is what I wrote down. Kiana James comes out. Look, Kiana James didn't get any falls, but Kiana James showed off. At one point, she did an impressive Spanish fly. And she also locked her legs around Roxanne and around Zoe, and I went, never mind, moving on. There was a triple submission with a bunch of scissoring, and I've seen that before. I didn't even get to see that in Blue is the Warmest Color. So, Kiana does some good stuff, here. And Roxanne is talented. They just need to stop having her talk until they can figure out a way maybe to get her a manager or something. Back and forth. There were a few falls. Zoe got the first point. And then Cora comes out number 4, taunts the hell Roxanne in the goddamn penalty box. Andy comes out last, and now we're at 10 minutes left. And then everybody just does stuff. There was some good, about like breaking up a pinfall. Like, no, I don't want them to get a pin. I don't want that to happen. No, 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 no. Anyway, what ends up happening is, after everybody dives on everybody, we get a Pop Rocks on Cora for 3, and then it seems like, Roxanne might actually, win this thing, and she does. She does end up winning this. We get the Spanish Fly from Kiana. Roxanne ends up, however, gaining the victory because Cora just can't quite pin her on time. So Roxanne gets another shot against Mandy. Make this count. Make this count because Mandy's faced too many challengers multiple times and it hasn't really worked all that well. So anyway, why is there a Pretty Deadly Glory video package on my television screen? More on that later. Vengeance Day at the Spectrum Center in Charlotte. Gonna say the same thing I said on the SmackDown review. Good luck. Very good. Good luck. Because I don't think they're going to draw more than 3,000-4,000 people even if they load that card up. Mackenzie is with Ivy and Tatum. Ivy mostly talks. Caden and Katana say, hey, we're impressed with you. We respect you. Let's give you a tag title shot. So, let's get Isla Dawn versus St. Elmo's Fire. Okay, this was treated like a grudge match. They took it seriously. And then, oh, look, it's the same referee that Isla misted. And then they took it seriously. They did some stuff. We got an exposed buckle spot that was going to be teased later. They worked this well. And then they made the referee poisoned. They made the referee poisoned. And the second referee and Isla wins. And I actually was somewhat enjoying that. Look, the Bray Wyatt stuff is shit. A lot of the stuff in NXT, Supernatural, whatever, is just dog shit. This cartoonish stuff. This is not Papa Shango and the Ultimate Warrior. By the way, fuck the Ultimate Warrior. I'm glad he's dead. This is not something that needs to continue. And look, Isla Dawn has a great look. A great goddamn look. She reminds me of Simone Simons, or Simmons. Simons, I think, from Epica. She has a good look, and St. Elmo's Fire is just basically getting the shit beat out of her most of the time. She's going to be called up for the Rumble. Please, SmackDown needs help, and St. Elmo's Fire desperately needs to be rehabbed on the main roster, because at this point she doesn't mean anything. And then we get New Day versus Pretty Deadly Glory for the NXT tag titles. I legit want to start punching things because of Booker T's commentary. He is that goddamn rotten. Speaking of punching things, I felt like hitting myself in the head with a frozen steak for a while. Maybe if I hit myself and concuss myself enough, Pretty Deadly Glory wouldn't be embarrassing to me. As wrestlers, they are fine. Presentation and everything, they suck. They are one of the worst tag teams that WWE has brought in a while. Why was there a twerk-off? Why is this on a wrestling show? What the hell's going on? Later, they decide to do an Eddie thing with the tag titles where they're all laying down pretending that each one hit the other. Hey, New Day won. Well, okay, at least New Day won. I'm not upset about that. And then we can get them against Idris Enofe and Malik Blade. Maybe Carmelo and Tricky Ticky Williams. I would like to see Idris Enofe and Malik Blade take the tag titles from them. I think you could get something out of that. Enofe and Blade developing a bit of an edge. Hayes and Tricky Ticky Williams don't need the tag titles before they get called up. Give New Day a run until Stand Deliver, and then do that. It's a Pretty Deadly Glory. They're a goddamn embarrassment. They're fucking embarrassing to watch. By the way, January 10th, New Year's Evil, and it's the return of Tiffany Stratton. And if you couldn't guess from those enhancements, and I don't know what to tell you, I'm not knocking, but they said she was out with an injury, which might have been the case, and then I'm looking and go, oh, okay, I see. I mean, I don't care. I don't give a shit. I don't see why the company would encourage people to get that stuff. I really don't. Especially since there was nothing wrong with Tiffany, and don't tell me the company wouldn't encourage that. Okay, so the women's tag champs, Katana and Caden, are there with Odyssey Jones, Enofe, and Blade. And JC Jane, my goodness, the show went up in quality because JC Jane is on my television. And Gigi, they are causing a brawl. And then Ivy Nile and Tatum Paxley jump in and catfight. Okay, men's Iron Survivor Challenge match. Here we go. Axiom Verge and JD McTuna start off. Look, they can do good wrestling. JD McTuna is fine, but he looks like a freaking Easter Island statue with legs. Axiom nearly laying on his goddamn head. Lucky he didn't break his neck doing that. That was scary. Fucking stupid Booker T commentary. Good God, Booker, please just go back to your school. Go back to your school. Stop plaguing this goddamn program. Like Booker's gonna listen. Hayes, comes out next, pins Axiom Verge. Waller's out at number 4. There was one funny moment, actually, that Vic said. I think it was during the women's match. Yeah, it was during the women's match. Where he said, everyone's got to fall except 2. That is literally the opposite of everyone. I think Booker's stupidity is rubbing off on Vic Joseph, who's usually a pretty good commentator. Jesus. Dude. There's one thing that got over with me during this. It was Carmelo Hayes. Because Carmelo Hayes has been very impressive. And then Axiom Verge and JD McTuna have a hockey fight in the penalty box. I guess that's fitting. Waller tosses Hayes near Booker and says, who's in your fave 5 now, bitch? I find myself somewhat rooting for Waller. What the hell is wrong with me? That's how bad you are at commentary, Booker. You're making me root for Grayson fucking Waller. Axiom Verge gets 2 falls. There were multiple quick falls here. So actually they kept the pace up a little bit better during this. Joe Wayne Gacy came out last. Shout out to Skinny Mysterio for calling him out properly. You know, like Taryn's gonna be watching this. You have better things to do, Taryn, but you're awesome. And then we get a crossface. We get more stuff going on. People pick up falls at random. I noted this is a mess. Then Axiom Verge gets pinned by Waller, and Waller just evades for the last few seconds and then gets the victory. And Grayson Waller is going to challenge Steiner for the NXT Championship. Oh boy. They give it to Grayson Waller. Just shut the brand down. Pull the contract, USA Network, and send it out to pasture. So, yeah, Waller is insufferably good in the ring is the sad thing. See, again, rooting for Grayson Waller doesn't mean I actually care for him. It just means I hate Booker T's commentary that goddamn much. Cora being propped up with a video package here. Drew Gulak is here to prove a point. Something about Charlie Dempsey, and then Damon Kemp says, hey, you should watch my match. I forgot Damon Kemp was still there. Steiner took on Apollo in an NXT title match that ended a bit abruptly. I mean, it went on for a while, and there was this weird thing where they zoomed in on on Apollo's face. They zoomed in on it. They zoomed in on it, and then he got all fired up and did this stuff. But then Steiner ended up hitting a spear. 1, 2, 3. Not a bad match. I mean, I summarized it pretty quickly. Overall, there were parts of it that were actually pretty good. The Iron Survivor challenge, I just don't bring it back. You don't need to. I mean, it's better than that 4-man, 60-minute Iron Man match that they did. That wasn't very good. But there you go. That's pretty much it there for the... Oh, and Waller laid out Steiner afterwards to close the show. So hopefully that means that Waller won't win, because otherwise, again, shut the goddamn brand down if Grayson Waller is your main champion. But nevertheless, that's it for the show. Agree, disagree, what I said, like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm Jaw Ritlin. I'll see you soon.